What's up, guys? Welcome to Podcast 412, Fight for Purity. A bold way of looking at challenges that young people are facing. We'll talk about the naked truth of life and how to handle the problems you're thinking but not talking about. So strap in, get ready for another great podcast.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to our season 4 on love. We're still talking about siblings and about like that family Storge love. We're still on that first portion because love is complicated. Yep. But before we dive into all of that, we're going to start with our fun fact. And our fun fact today is the female brain is more flexible than the male brain. And during pregnancy, we experience a major restructuring of the brain. Stress circuits are suppressed, so they're kind of just like shut down a little bit. The cortex increases in size, and the rest of the brain experiences shrinkage. No brain cells are lost in this transition, but new networks form and pathways change until the brain returns to normal around 6 months after delivery. So my baby is 7, almost 8 months, so I'm barely getting back to normal.
I'm not there yet.
Yeah.
That's funny.
So what did you say the cortex is? What's the part that gets bigger in our brain?
That is the outermost layer of the brain. That's where it's like made up of like gray matter, and it's responsible for all the complex functions. So when we get older, well, it doesn't happen to all of us, but like that's where like Alzheimer's and dementia hit. Which makes sense though, because a lot of like when I worked in like the assisted living, like in the memory care unit, a lot of their like main functions ceased. Like they couldn't eat. They like didn't know how to like.
Isn't that weird that that's technically a complex eating thing?
Yeah.
Just the thought process of, like you said,
simple as getting dressed and everything like that.
Because those all take like forethought and like, you know what I mean? You know, because I mean, you spend like little kids, it takes them a while to learn how to like
those fine motor skills.
Put on their clothes, walk, eat with a spoon, you know,
even
like because you gotta be able to aim at your mouth, you know. But those simple things are actually complex. You know, we just take them for granted because we can sit here and
can do it.
Yeah. But yet they're complex. You have to learn how to do that. That's interesting. Wow. So our brain shrinks. That means what? Well, I wonder what part shrinks.
It just says the rest of the brain.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the rest of the brain means.
But yours said something else about what the cortex is.
The cortex, it just went into a little bit more detail. It just said that the cortex is involved with like new learning, with complex thought, with your reasoning skills. And there was another one, I can't remember what it is anymore. Yeah. But like, so it's all the critical thinking skills. That's the part that gets bigger, and then everything else just.
Yeah, and I wonder if that's why they tell you to play like Sudoku or like crossword puzzles or different things to keep your brain.
Yeah.
I wonder if that's also like when you're pregnant, why you're super emotional, because the part that's in control of managing your emotions has shrunk. Yeah. So you've lost your ability to control them.
But even like, but you said the stress too.
Yes, they're suppressed.
Yeah, so that means you don't feel as
stressed.
I guess about
stuff.
I
can see that because you get super lazy when you're pregnant.
Yeah.
I'm just like, I don't want to.
So like they're saying that it's like for the structure of it, it's divided into 2 hemispheres. So I don't know if like you've ever like the brain, you know how it's like into 2.
Yeah.
But then after that, it goes into like the frontal, the parietal, and the temporal. So those 2 divide further into.
So all those other parts.
4 lobes
get smaller.
It's a wrinkled appearance, apparently.
Oh, wow, that's interesting.
Because that looks like a brain. Just kidding.
I wonder if that happens to the man too. Just kidding. When the wife's pregnant, I don't know. Like, what happens to anything happen to his brain? I wonder.
During pregnancy,
like
I don't know.
I don't know. That's just
probably not the same thing.
Just curiosity. That's all. Curiosity. Okay, so last week we were talking about siblings, and we talked about like good relationships, and then we talked about like our toxic relationships or our dysfunctional relationships, and we kind of laughed a lot. But I tried to end it on a more serious note that, you know, we can laugh at it now, you guys, but it was not funny then. Okay. So if you were going through something, you know, we didn't mean to make it like
Make
take it
light
light
of
of it. Yeah, it's a serious thing, and but what we wanted to do was kind of throw in a little bit before we move on, was the love language, because all, you know, if you're a teenager or a child or an adult, anybody, whoever you are, married, not married, single, we all have a love language. It's a pretty common and pretty what do you call it, popular book that's used like in all of
All kinds of stuff.
all kinds of society, not just like in the religious, you know, but there's actually people that actually note it on their psychology and all that. So so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the 5. Most of us might know what they are, but all of us have a love language that you prefer. So, and they have 5. So the first one is the words of affirmation, which is basically verbal compliments, words of appreciation, praise. It says both words of praise and affection are important to give to teens. It says words of praise have to do with recognizing your teens' positive behaviors and accomplishments and commending them. Basically, yeah, verbal praise, sincerity, praise specifics, and when you can't praise results, praise efforts. So, so it gives you a few examples. I appreciate your hard effort in cleaning the floor today. Or do you ever look nice in that outfit? I love watching you encourage others. You know, so stuff like that. So you guys get the idea. And then the second one is physical touch. Physical touch is a powerful vehicle for communicating love. Hugs, kisses, back rubs, pats, tender touches, massages, arm wrestlings are all appropriate to speak the language of physical touch. It says implicit.
She's just showing you that she loves you.
Implicit love touches may require little time, but do require thought. And with teens, the timing is key when showing love through physical touch. The appropriate time is largely determined by the teen's mood. How many know teens' moods? Yeah, they vary from day to day, hour to hour.
Minute to minute.
So, yes, day to day. So it says pay attention to your teen's body language. If they are angry, it's probably most likely you will not want to be touched when you're angry. Appropriate times for touching can be when your teen has succeeded in a major accomplishment, or when your teen is in a good mood, and also at times when she feels as though she has failed. In most cases, the appropriate place for touching is in the privacy of your own home when you and your teen are alone, not in a public place in front of others or in front of their peers. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it says. It says, so it gives you a few ideas. If your teen is under stress, gently stroke their head to relax them. Hug and kiss your teen every day when they for school. Just kidding. As long as they will let you.
We go to school.
When they go to school, I was like, they missed the word go. As long as they will let you. After delivering a consequence, give her a hug, reminding her that her consequence is related to her wrong choice, not her as a person. So I think that's important. You know, it's not aimed at her per se. So if you see your teen is already in bed, walk in and pull the blankets up around them. So that's
tucking them in.
Yeah.
That's considered physical.
Yeah, and it says occasionally yell out for a group hug for your entire family. I've done that with my kids. Group hug. I've done that. And do you guys relate to any of these yet? Like, yeah?
No.
No? Well, absolutely not. So, yeah, like I said, you guys can, like, give your comments, like, for the...
No, the opposite. If, like, you do the opposite, it can affect them. So, like, you know, the words of affirmation, if you're like, gosh, like, why do you always do that wrong? Or, like, oh, like, what's wrong with you? Because I always hate that. What's wrong with you? Or whatever, you know, that, like, messes with them based on their love language. Because I noticed, like, for one of my kids, it's words of affirmation. So when you say that, like, he's like, gosh, like, I'm so stupid, I'm so this, you know. So like in my house, he's not allowed to say anything bad about himself, you know, because it's just, I mean, if you fail, like, you get back up and you keep going, you know. So, and I have to talk to my kids all differently based on their love language. It's really exhausting sometimes.
Yeah. I can imagine.
Sorry.
No, that's fine. And then the third one is quality time. To give your teenager quality time is to give your teenager a portion of your life. Quality time means giving the teenager your undivided attention, which I know is really hard to do. At the moment, nothing else matters. The central aspect of quality time is togetherness. Togetherness has to do with being in touch with each other. This means the teen is feeling that she is the focus of your attention. This does not mean that you must always have long, in-depth conversations, but it does mean that the parent must intentionally seek to communicate by eye contact, words, touch, and body language that the teen is more important than the event or activity. Quality conversation is also part of quality time. It is where both parent and teen are free to share their experiences, thoughts, feelings, and desires in a friendly, accepting atmosphere. Parents speak with their teens rather than at their teens. It focuses on drawing out, listen empathetically to what your teen is saying, not in a badgering manner, but a genuine desire to understand that the teen's thoughts, feelings, and desires. Maintain eye contact with you when your teen is talking. Eye contact, you guys?
Yeah.
Be free of other activity and distraction. So what do you guys think?
A phone.
Don't be on your phone.
Don't be on your
Or watch
phone.
a movie or something.
Well, for one of my kids, like, you have to be directly staring at them and, like, talking. You can't be doing anything else if they're telling you something that's important to them. Like, I have to stop everything I'm doing, or there can't be all this other people trying to talk to me at the same time. One of my kids, they don't care if anyone else is talking, they're going to talk to me. But this one, I have to tell them, like, I'm listening to you, I hear you, I know everybody else is talking right now, but I'm listening to you, I can hear you, you know. And I have to, like, look at them, and I'm like, I'm trying to cook dinner, but just gonna come cook dinner with me and talk, you know.
Yeah. And then it says listen for feelings, observe body language, refuse to interrupt, ask reflective questions, express understanding and empathy, ask permission to share your perspective. So, I don't think. Yeah. Can I share with you? I think I've heard that though. Like sometimes, you want to give advice, but they don't ask you for advice, and so, not necessarily like your teens, but a coworker or somebody, you know, you might see something and you're like,
Can I give you my point of view?
can I give you? Yeah, but it's they say it's better for you to. Is it okay if I share something? You know, because if they're not asking for it, it's because they don't want your advice. You know, but we're quick to
give it?
yeah give it. So yeah, I think that's hard to do because I tend to like, if I see, well, you know, so yeah, I think that's a little It says usually the best quality conversations with teens will take place in association, which is very true, with some activity. Some of these activities are part of the normal flow of life: schools, athletics, music, dance, drama, community, and church. When your teen understands that you attend these events because you want to see them perform, that you're interested in their pursuits, that nothing is more important than you attending their event, it speaks volumes to a teenager. So yeah, helping with homework, attending activities, driving your teens to the mall, shopping with them, all create opportunities. So yeah, your interest, yeah. So I agree with that because I used to do. That's how I get my kids. And food was a big, yeah. It just would flow out. So yeah, you didn't have to like.
Sometimes you're
dig.
just moody because you're hungry.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you're hungry.
That was good. And then number 4 is acts of service. So, it's internally motivated desire to give one's energy to others. Loving service is a gift, not a necessity, and is done freely, not under coercion. Parents must find acts of service that are not always tied to the teen doing something the parent desires. Drive the kids to the mall, Sorry, I'm reading at the same time, but not. Let me see. It is not earned. We can choose acts of service that teens cannot do for themselves. When they are young, you wash their clothes for them. When they are teenagers, you teach them how to wash their clothes. It says, here are some acts of service that express love without ignoring your teen's need for responsibility. Okay, I get it. Where you're not just doing stuff, but then they're not responsible for anything. So you're not just doing their laundry, because it is an act of service. I don't think teens see that. You cook for them, you clean for them, you pick up their clothes, and they probably enjoy that. But at some point,
They gotta do it themselves.
they got to do it themselves. So yeah, but yeah, so yeah, because then they're not being because they just expect you to do it. So yeah,
And then if that's not their love language, they won't really
yeah,
care.
They won't see it.
they won't see it. Yeah,
Because,
Yeah.
because that's my love language, and sometimes, like, I know if, like the boys had a rough week or whatever, it's chaotic, like, I'll kind of pick up their room or do one of their chores for them, but they don't care. That's not their...
yeah,
And then the whole thing, too, like, even with the coercion, like, I want to do something because I want to do it. So, like, for example, if, like, my husband wants his back scratched or something, like, I'll do it, but if he's like, scratch my back, then it makes me not want to. And I'm like, I don't want to anymore. I'm like, I was already doing it. You don't need to tell me now I don't
Yeah.
want to do it. So then I stop.
I'm not doing it now.
I don't want to because you told me
You're
to.
trying to manipulate me. Just kidding.
I was already doing it.
Yeah, I get it. So this one says, occasionally wake up half an hour earlier to make a special surprise breakfast for your team. That's cool, but it's not every day. Here's a bowl of cereal and go to school. But every
Yeah.
now and then.
You know what? Yeah.
That's probably
My
cool.
older sister, every Friday, when she started taking me to school, she would take me to Starbucks
Yeah.
before school. That was our treat every Friday. She'd be
Yeah.
like, we're going to go get Starbucks. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. That meant she had to get up a little earlier, but I don't think they mind. They didn't mind that. So, help your team practice for their sports team. Go play volleyball. I don't know. Golf. Okay. Make a favorite snack when your teen is having a difficult day. Help your teen create flashcards for upcoming tests. Help your teen choose an outfit for school or special occasion. I guess these are the acts of service ones. When your teen is sick, set up their favorite movie or make their favorite soup. Choose one special area where you decide to serve your teen above and beyond normal expectations, making school lunches or making favorite dessert on a regular basis. Acknowledge your teen's uniqueness by shopping together for new paint colors for their room and helping them paint it. So, Alisa painted her room.
And well, she painted her own room.
Yeah, by herself.
That was her own act of
Kidding.
service to herself.
And then the last one is gifts. Gifts are visible, tangible evidence of emotional love. A gift is not something that the teenager deserves. It is given because the parent desires to share unconditional love with the teen. What is the last genuine gift I gave my daughter? We want to consider our teen's interests and buy something that strikes her fancy. And it should say an important aspect of gift giving is that it should be done with some measure of ceremony. Rather than buying the new pair of shoes for the teen and having her wear them out of the mall, take them home and wrap them in a creative manner, and then present the gift in the presence of other family members as an expression of love for the teen. Yeah.
I used to hate it when my husband would try and be like, just go pick something out. I'm like, where's the fun in that?
Yeah. Yeah, because it says accompany the gift with words of affirmation, physical touch, and then the gift suddenly becomes a strong vehicle of emotional love. Creativity is more important than money when it comes to gift giving for your teen. So yeah, hide a small gift in your teen's coat pocket with an encouraging note attached. Give hints leading towards a special upcoming gift, a countdown. Only 4 more days until present day. So help with the
It reminds me of
anticipation.
that little girl that's like, it's an avocado. She's so happy.
Yeah. Keep a gift bag of small, inexpensive gifts your teen can choose from. Coupons for special privileges, 3 friends to stay over that weekend, or choosing where the family eats the next time out. Unique gift boxes, wrapping papers that can be, so yeah. So yeah, a scavenger hunt. You got a scavenger hunt.
Got that from my husband. Weird
Dating.
It's funny because that is one of the things that, like, oh my gosh, that yeah, I actually, like, remember he, like, hid stuff Oh, look, the dogs are in the house. Give us a second.
All right, sorry for the interruption. We had a
Invasion of dogs.
Invasion of dogs.
Surprise guest.
Yeah, yeah, really surprised. Yes. What were you
I-
saying? Yeah.
I know what you're talking about. I don't know if you remember your thought.
No.
Okay. So my daughter, 1 year for her birthday, she wanted her love languages gifts. Both of my daughters are gifts. But what she wanted was a gift basket. And so like for people that like gifts, they don't care how much it is, but you can buy them the most expensive thing with no thought to it and they could care less about it. But because you thought about them, they like love it. It's like, oh my gosh, they thought about me. They know that my favorite candy is this, or that's my favorite color. So like for her, it's so hard for me because that's not my love language. And she wanted a gift basket. And she just wanted me to think of her as I was doing it. And it was like the hardest thing in the world for me to get together a box, like a little basket full of stuff, you know? But so with gifts.
That was funny because
You have to be creative.
my husband can be creative, but sometimes not in the right way. Because there was this 1 year he got me a bunch of gifts, and like I liked them all, but my favorite was a random bookmark that he saw on his while he was paying at the register. Like he saw it on the register and he was like, "Oh hey, she would like that." And then it was the cheapest thing. It was like $1. And I was like, "This is my favorite thing. It's I love it." Out of like everything else, that was what I enjoyed, was because that one was more specific
To you.
to me.
To who you. Yeah.
Not that his other gifts weren't, but
Yeah.
that one specifically, I was like, "Oh, so I like it."
And it was probably more, like you said, of something that you liked.
Yeah.
Not necessarily, not rather that he liked, rather than what you would like.
Yeah.
So, because I know we shop like that sometimes. Well, I like this. I think she'll like it.
Yeah.
But it's, when you're giving a gift, it's
It's supposed to be about what they like.
What they like, yeah.
Which is hard sometimes. It is.
Yeah, yeah. So the next thing, I'm gonna go through it really quick because we only have a few minutes. Is the actual test, and so you don't have to. I mean, but you can actually get it online, and then you add up your scores, whatever. So
Lisa's like, "Let me do it."
so number one, there's 20 some questions. So let's see how many we get through. So the first one is it's either A, ask me what I think. So it's like what you would like. Ask me what I think, or puts his or her arm around my shoulder. So A or E. That's is it A or is it E?
Oh.
A is ask me what I think.
Oh, and
What's
E is
more
put
important
And
to
E
you?
is
Yeah.
puts his what would you rather have?
What if it's neither?
You have to pick one.
Well, then you have to pick one. Yeah, you have to pick one.
Oh,
Would you rather know what I'm thinking, or would you rather have
See, because I'd rather know
yeah
what I'm thinking.
put his yeah? And then number two is goes to my ball games, recitals, etc., or does my laundry. So B or
Definitely the
D?
second one.
B is the first one, and D is the second one. And then number three, C. So you gotta put C or whatever the letter. C is buy me clothes, or B watches TV or movies with me. B. That's number three.
what are the? Is it
It's
C or
C
D?
is buy me clothes, or B is watches TV or movies with me. And then number four is D helps me with school projects, or E is hugs me.
I want both.
You can only pick one. Which one's more priority? And then five is E kisses me on the cheek. C gives me money for things I need.
Give me some money.
C number six takes the time off of work to do stuff with me. B E rubs my shoulders or back.
I want time off.
Okay, number seven. C gives me cool things for my birthday. A reassures me when I fail or mess up.
Not a fan of either.
Yeah.
Because I prefer the first.
Number eight is E gives me a high five, or A respects my opinions. And then nine is B goes out to eat, or shops with me, or C, lets me use his or her stuff.
I'm like, let me use
Yeah.
your stuff and leave me alone.
I'm all both.
10 is tells me I'm the best son, daughter in the world. D, drives me to places I need to go. 11, B, eats at least one meal with me most every day. Or A, listens to me and helps me work through problems.
I like the first one.
12 is D, doesn't invade my privacy. E, holds or shakes my hand.
First one, don't even.
Is it A? The
A.
first one's A?
No, is D.
D?
D is doesn't invade my privacy. E, holds or shakes my hand. A, leaves me encouraging notes. C, knows what my favorite store is. That's 13. Number 14 is B, hangs out with me sometimes. E, sits next to me on the couch. And 15, A, tells me how proud he or she is of me. D, cooks meals for me.
I like when Sam grills.
Yeah,
I
16,
know, I was gonna say D.
straightens my collar, necklace, etc. Or B, shows interest in stuff that I'm interested in. So like it's crooked or something, or
Is it
your hair's messed up.
What's the first one?
E, straightens my collar or necklace, etc. Or shows interest in stuff which is B. Okay, then this one's D and C. D, allows my friends to hang out at our house, or pays for me to go on school or church trips. That's 17.
Second one.
And then 18, A and B. A tells me I look good. B, listens to me without judging me.
I don't know.
Number 19, touches or rubs my head. Don't do that to me, okay? Leave my head alone. Just kidding. Oh, D, sometimes lets me pick out where we go on family trips. That's D. 20, D and C. D, takes me to the doctor, dentist, etc. Or C, trusts me to be at home alone.
Second one.
So 21 is takes me on trips with him or her. D, takes me and my friends to movies, ball games. That's B and D.
Wait, which one?
B is takes me on trips with him or her. Basically, I can ride along. And then D takes me and my friends to movies, ball games. And then 22 is C gives me stuff that I really like. A notices when I do something good. And then 23, C and D gives me extra spending money. D asks me if I need help.
Oh.
I want the extra spending money.
24 is B and C. B doesn't interrupt me when I'm talking. C likes the gifts I buy for him or her.
I don't care if you like my gifts. Just kidding.
And 25 lets me sleep in late sometimes.
There we go.
B seems to really enjoy spending time with me.
Oh, but I like that too.
So that's D and B. And then 26, E and C. E pats me on the back. C buys me stuff and surprises me with it. 27 is A and B, tells me he or she believes in me. B can ride in the car with me without lecturing me. And then 28, C picks up stuff that I need from various stores. E sometimes holds or touches my face.
No.
Just kidding.
Is it B?
It's C and E.
C and E.
C and E picks up stuff that I need from various stores sometimes. Okay, and then 29 is D and A, gives me some space when I'm feeling upset or angry. A tells me that I'm talented or special.
That's the first one.
30 is E and A, hugs or kisses me at least once every day. Or A says he or she is thankful that I'm his or her child. So think in the context, this is in the context of a teenager. it's probably a word a little bit different if you're like
Couple
a couple, or if it's just
or an adult. Yeah.
yeah, an adult, whatever.
I think I would prefer.
Yeah. So the letter love language that receives the most points is your primary love language. If you score the same score for 2 love languages, then you are bilingual. If you score high on one love language and have a close second, the second highest score is your secondary love language. So
I have
that's
to take this test now.
yeah.
Again. Gosh, it's been like years. Since I
Yeah.
took it.
So and you probably does change depending, on your situation, kids,
Yeah.
all those, but maybe didn't matter before, maybe
Matter now.
matters more now, So I just thought that would be a good way to kind of help. There's books out there like for couples. There's books I think for children, and then there's one for teens, and then probably a little bit more. I've never read the teen one. This is like the first one I've kind of looked briefly at it. So, well, not briefly, but kind of briefly. So hopefully that's a help.
They
to
should do a
just-
sibling one.
Yeah. So I think it
It still connects.
yeah.
I know she's not a physical.
Yeah.
She's
So
not that is
You
not
couldn't touch her.
that is not her love language. She did not let me
well,
touch
yeah,
her face.
yeah. But that could be different.
You know what? It's depending on when it is.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
there's times where me and her can sit like,
Yeah.
and we don't care.
Yeah.
But then there are other times where I'm like I know we're like, I can't just like randomly go and like rub her face.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Pat her
Yeah.
head.
Or a bat.
Yeah.
I'd be like, I am not a dog, okay? So but we all have, because of our upbringings, because of our family, like we all have different,
Even just your personality.
Yeah, or
Like we were brought up the same, but I'm a very big physical.
Yeah. Well, I would say that you're more like your dad.
Yeah.
I think that's probably where some of that comes from, because
Like, I like
he's
the
very
hugs
affectionate,
and the
very
kisses and the hand
physical and all that. Yeah. Yeah. Versus I'm probably, so more of that, stay away, My bubble is way over
I will
here.
hug you on special occasions.
Yeah. I have the Wall of China. No kidding, no. So the bubble's bigger, so. But it's good to know, and it's good for you to know, the love language of your kids, and just for you to get better at it, and then know your own, know your husband's, and so that,
It helps with correction. It helps with understanding them and why some kids get upset and some kids could care less if you yell at them. Some kids take it really personal.
Yeah.
But even just correcting them, it makes a big difference in how they respond. It's
Yeah. Figuring that out about my toddler right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just knowing, I think, just understanding, I think is so helpful. And especially, even if you're like a single parent, it helps to help build up your child and understand your child and even yourself, because you have your own love language, and what's that for you,
yeah. And we usually act out our love language, but that doesn't mean that someone else
receives it in the same way. Yeah. So hopefully that's helpful, and we're trying to be an encouragement. And then I think what we're going to do next week is just kind of tie it all together with the family, how all those pieces work together, because we talked about the dad, the mom, the siblings, and so then next week we'll just kind of wrap it up with just how it all fits together as a family dynamic. So but thank you guys for joining us, and we will see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Join us for our next podcast. You can contact us through Instagram at podcast412 or email us at 412fight@gmail.com. See you next time.